Yeah, let me explain to you why it's very reasonable to say that there's a chance that Arden Key could stay put. The question is what kind of contract is he going to take? My question is he going to take a reasonable contract to where he stays put with us? Like, I feel like he would be in the same path as Kerry Hyder. The only problem is Kerry Hyder took the wrong route. I feel like with Arden Key, he already is blessed to be here. I feel like he's very thankful to be here. As much as we are going to work on contracts to retain certain core players, I feel like DJ Jones and him are priorities, you know? DJ Jones, Arden Key, Lincoln Tomlinson, they're priorities in my opinion. Like, DJ Jones would be the number one top list of my priorities, and I'll explain why in the video. But number two, I'm going to go into Arden Key and explain why he would be more important. Because he can be a starter. He could be in the rotation. He's very capable. You've used him in different ways, and he's been able to maximize his potential. And I feel like the ceiling's off the roof. He's scratching the surface of his ceiling, and it's only going to get better if he stays put in the Bay Area. The reason why I think he could price himself out of San Francisco is teams who do need pass rushers. The question is what teams are willing to do that? My guess is you got teams like Seattle that like to take our sloppy seconds and try to make something out of nothing. They like to do that all the time, so that's a team on the list. Oh, you got teams like Denver who might have some money. Oh, you got Cleveland. You got other teams like the Steelers. I mean, there's few other teams who desperately need pass rushers. The Falcons? I mean, I can go on with it, but here's why he should stay with us. It's loyalty. It's the fact that Chris Kocurek made the most out of you. Chris Kocurek made you the player that you are today in the NFL. You were something good coming out of LSU, and you wasted your 3 years with the Raiders. The fact that you found yourself and you became exactly what you needed to be, you should be blessed to be in this culture. This is a better culture that you've ever been around. You got a good defensive line group. You got a good defensive line coach. And the defensive coordinator, dude, there's nothing more to be excited about. You're just going to have to look into something, man. If you look elsewhere, you're not going to have the similar success that you had in the Bay Area. Let's be realistic, man. If you want to stay where you're at and become very good, you got to sign back to the Bay Area, dude. I think there's no other team that can make the most out of you but the 49ers. The 49ers made the most out of you, bro. They brought your potential. You became who you are. You wanted to prove yourself, and you signed a prove-it deal. The question is, what kind of contract are you going to take to stay put with us? And mark my words, if you sign elsewhere, you're not going to have the same success. You're not. Ask Kerry Hyder. That didn't work out. Ask DeMontre Moore. That didn't work out. I'm just saying, you got to think twice about leaving this team. The only guy who had very much good success after leaving us was DeForest Buckner. After that, nobody else didn't do nothing. Sheldon Day, what has he done? I mean, there's a lot of guys who have left and haven't found success. And this is why I feel Arden Key should just pretty much decide to stay with the 49ers. The question is what kind of contract are we going to sign him? And my guess is, he's got to look at reasonable contracts. He's got to look at the way this culture is built. And dude, he wants to be a part of this team. And that says a lot about this guy. He's going to have to look into the picture and say, you know what? I already proved myself here. I want to stay here. I already made my role here. So I might as well just sign a contract and stay put, man, because I love it here. That's how Arden Key should feel like. Arden Key should feel more like, man, other teams ain't going to use me the right way. I might as well just stay put with the Niners. They're going to make the most out of me. The defensive line coach I like. I like the other defense assistant coach, what's his name, Tap. I like him, D'Amico Ryans, I like his energy. Oh, Kyle Shanahan knows what he's doing. That's just the best part about this culture, man. There's a positive vibe. And this is what Arden Key wants to be a part of. And here's the thing. My prediction for Arden Key's contract. I'm thinking between 3 or 4 year contract. Don't come at me if I'm not correct. But we're looking between a 4-year contract and $36 million. I think he'll get around $7 or $9 million in cap space. And I think it's pretty good for him. But I think it's a bargain if you sign him with that contract. Because in this market, it's a cheap bargain. The fact that I think he would only be worth that much is because of the fact that he's only had one good year. Usually that production doesn't mean squat, bro. You want to invest somebody. You want him to prove himself consistently, right? That will make him want to prove himself with this kind of contract. And you can add some incentive contract. You can add by his performance. You can add by the way he plays. And if he makes the Pro Bowl, that's more bonus on his check. Just saying. My suggestion is we should sign him. So he would be a no-brainer. I feel like this guy makes the defense better. I feel like him and Nick Bosa are just a good combination. And the rotation, it's a good rotation to go with, too. If he's tired, you got Samson Ebukam. You got other guys to fill it. I like the fact that we should bring him back. And I feel like he deserves to be here. That's the one guy I can say he deserves to be here. That says a lot. So let me know what y'all think with them comments. As always, CG Ruthless Sports is out. And you already know. Go Niners.